in the morning.
Welcome back to the channel, my fellow Y&R addicts. Today is a beautifully dramatic day in Genoa City, and I am absolutely buzzing with adrenaline after watching the latest episode. Let's dive right into the madness. Oh my god, I am literally typing this at 2 a.m. because I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. Did you guys just watch what Kyle Abbott did? Because if you didn't, you need to stop whatever you are doing and go watch it right now. I am shaking. I am so incredibly hyped that I just had to get on here and vent to people who actually understand my obsession with this show. For weeks, we have been watching Dr. Lawrence Markham and Patty Williams get away with the most heinous, disgusting, infuriating crimes against the Abbott family. And I was starting to think the writers were just gonna let them win. But no, Kyle Abbott just stepped up and became the absolute MVP of Genoa City. I mean, can we talk about this? Can we please just take a moment to appreciate the sheer force of nature that Kyle has become? Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up because we have to talk about the catalyst for all of this. Jack Abbott waking up, you guys. When Jack opened his eyes in that hospital bed, my heart completely stopped. I've been watching this show since 2015, and I have seen Jack go through some terrible things, but seeing him lying there, fighting for his life after Patty stabbed him, was just too much. And then he wakes up. He is weak. He is barely clinging to life. But what does he do? He points his finger straight at Patty Williams and confirms that she is the one who attacked him. Yes, Jack, yes. It was the most satisfying moment of television I have seen all year. I was literally screaming at my screen. Patty's whole delusional house of cards just came crashing down in one single second. And that is exactly when Kyle's entire demeanor shifted. You could see it in his eyes. The second Jack cleared Diane's name and pointed the finger at Patty, Kyle went from being a terrified, grieving son to a man on an absolute mission of vengeance. Because let's be real, Kyle has been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. He had to rescue his mother from that creepy, twisted house of horrors. He had to watch his father bleed out on the floor. And he had to deal with the Genoa City Police Department being completely useless. But the moment Jack woke up, Kyle realized he finally had the ammunition he needed. He didn't just sit back and let the cops handle it. No, Kyle took matters into his own hands, and I am sulfur monoxide here for it. So, Kyle marches straight into Detective James Burrow's office. And let me tell you, I have had it up to here with Detective Burrow. For days, Burrow has been treating Diane like she is public enemy number one, completely ignoring the fact that Patty Williams is a known psychopath with a history of doing exactly this kind of stuff. I mean, remember when Patty tried to kill Summer with a peanut butter kiss? Remember when she held people hostage in cabins? Yeah, exactly. But Burrow and Christine just wanted to pin it all on Diane because it was easy. But Kyle was not having it. He storms into that precinct, slams his hands on the desk, and publicly, loudly, and aggressively accuses Dr. Lawrence Markham of being the mastermind alongside Patty. It was glorious. Kyle didn't just walk in there with wild accusations either. No, our boy came prepared with receipts. He laid out the entire timeline of Diane's captivity. He presented the concrete evidence of how Dr. Markham held Diane against her will in that fortified house with the Dobermans. He detailed every single twisted thing that Markham did, pretending to be her therapist, gaslighting her into thinking she was having a mental breakdown, and keeping her locked away from her family. Kyle made it so abundantly clear that Markham wasn't just some innocent bystander who got duped by Patty. Markham was a willing, active participant in a horrific kidnapping and psychological torture plot, and Kyle shoved all of that evidence right in Burrow's face. Honestly, seeing Detective Burrow squirm was almost as satisfying as seeing Patty get caught. Burrow initially tried to be skeptical. Of course he did. Because admitting Kyle was right meant admitting the GCPD completely botched the investigation and nearly sent an innocent woman to prison while a lunatic ran free. But the evidence Kyle brought was undeniable. You could see the exact moment Burrow realized he had messed up. The pressure Kyle applied was immense. He wasn't just asking for an investigation, he was demanding it. He was threatening to tear the whole precinct down if they didn't take this seriously. And finally, Burrow had to concede. He had to look at the facts and realize that Dr. Markham was a monster hiding in plain sight. But the most heartbreaking and powerful part of this entire storyline was when Diane was called in to testify. I'm sorry, but if you didn't cry during Diane's testimony, you have no soul. Diane has been through hell and back. She was drugged, manipulated, locked in a room, and told by a supposed medical professional that her husband didn't want her and that she was losing her mind. Sitting in that interrogation room, recounting the sheer terror of being held captive by Markham, it was chilling. Susan Walters deserves an Emmy for this performance, period. Diane laid out every single detail of Markham's abuse, his creepy obsession with her, and how he colluded with Patty to keep her hidden. It was so raw and emotional. And let's just take a tangent to talk about Dr. Lawrence Markham for a second. I hate this man. I hate him with the fire of 1,000 suns. He is the worst kind of villain because he hides behind a medical degree and a calm, soothing voice. He really thought he was invincible. He thought he could just lock a woman up, take Patty's dirty money, and play God with people's lives. He was so arrogant, so smug, sitting in the park with Patty, drinking coffee like they hadn't just destroyed a family. The audacity of this guy. But seeing his entire operation get exposed by Kyle and Diane, chef's kiss. It is exactly what he deserves. I kinda hope they throw him in a cell and lose the key. Because the way Kyle connected the dots between Markham and Patty was brilliant. He didn't just prove Markham kidnapped Diane, he proved the collusion. He showed how Markham and Patty were working together to frame Diane for Jack's stabbing. Patty was the muscle, the crazy wild card, but Markham was the enabler who provided the cover story. Kyle systematically dismantled their entire narrative. He showed Burr that Patty couldn't have pulled this off without Markham's medical authority validating her lies. It was a masterclass in taking down your enemies. Kyle Abbott is officially the smartest person in Genoa City right now, and I will fight anyone who disagrees. And then, the moment we have all been waiting for, the charges against Diane Jenkins Abbott were officially overturned. Yes. After weeks of anxiety, after weeks of watching Diane be treated like a criminal while she was actually the victim of a horrific crime, she is finally cleared. The relief that washed over me was indescribable. Diane has made a lot of mistakes in her past, like, a lot of mistakes. Remember the fake murder in 2011? Yeah, we haven't forgotten, but she did not deserve this. She did not deserve to be framed for attempting to murder the man she loves. Seeing her finally vindicated, seeing the police realize they had the wrong woman all along, was the ultimate payoff. So now, the tables have completely turned. Dr. Lawrence Markham is no longer the respected psychiatrist. He is the primary target of a massive criminal investigation. The GCPD is closing in on him, and he has nowhere to run. He thought he could just pack his bags and slip away, but Kyle made sure that he is firmly in the legal crosshairs. Markham is going to face kidnapping charges, extortion, medical malpractice, and probably conspiracy to commit murder since he helped Patty cover her tracks. The walls are closing in, and I am gonna savor every single second of his downfall. He is going to lose his medical license, his freedom, and his smug little attitude. But wait, this makes me think about what's coming next. Because if Markham and Patty are going down, how long until Victor Newman's involvement is exposed? We all know Victor funded Patty's return. We all know Victor set this entire chain of events in motion because he wanted to punish Jack. If Markham starts talking to save his own skin, or if Patty finally cracks and spills everything, Victor is going to be implicated. And I am dreading what that means for Nikki and Jack. Victor always gets away with everything, but this time it feels different. Kyle is on a warpath, and if he finds out Victor paid Patty, all hell is going to break loose in Genoa City. I am so here for it, but I'm also terrified for the fallout. Okay, back to the point. Kyle Abbott, Diane Abbott, Jack Abbott. The Abbott family has been through the absolute ringer, but they are finally fighting back. Kyle stepping up to protect his parents and taking down a corrupt doctor in the process is the character development we have been begging for. He isn't just a spoiled rich kid anymore, he is a fierce protector of his family. I am so incredibly proud of him, and I cannot wait to see Markham in handcuffs. Justice is coming, my friends, and it is going to be sweet. I mean, who would have thought Kyle would be the one to save the day? Not me. But I am happily eating my words right now. I know some people are probably still hating on Diane and saying she brought this on herself because of her past, but personally, I think she has paid her dues 10 times over. Nobody deserves to be locked in a room and gaslight by a psychopath doctor. And nobody deserves to be framed for stabbing their husband. The Abbott family needs a break, but knowing this show, the drama is only just beginning. What do you guys think? Are you as hyped as I am about Call taking down Markham? Do you think Markham will turn on Patty or Victor to get a plea deal? Let me know in the comments below because I need to talk about this with people who get it.